Thank you. Time to get your ballots ready. Today is Election Day in Colorado.
9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live from the Denver Elections Division. Courtney, what do voters need to know before heading to the polls?
Yeah, good morning, Jordan and Corey. Well, I have the man here himself, the Denver County Clerk and Recorder. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here today. So you're going to tell us some things about voting. Tri-County area this election day, there's a new way for voters to vote. It's more convenient.
Yeah, we have a Tri-County vote center at the MLK Junior Library and right off of Colfax. And no matter what county you are in, you can actually cast your ballot there and drop off your ballot at that box as well too.
Perfect. So you were saying this would be easier for people on the east side of town to get over there.
Absolutely. You know, access is everything. We want people to be able to vote, and we make it easy for folks to be able to vote.
Awesome. Well, what are our results looking at right now? How many ballots we got?
Well, unfortunately, only 18%, which is 1% up from last year at this time, or 2021. 18% is low, so we want folks to turn in those ballots. Don't wait until the last minute to do it. Please, there's 43 boxes all around the city. All you got to do is sign your ballot, put it in, no postage necessary.
What happens when people don't turn in their ballots, I guess, early enough? Or the count just takes longer, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, for us, we're about accuracy over speed. So these are our poll workers are not machines, they're human beings, and they're working all the way from the morning into the night to make sure that we're processing all the ballots. So the sooner you get it in, the quicker it is for us to be able to process. So get those ballots in. Don't be last minute Lucy on this one.
Got it. Well, and poll workers, you guys need some of those, right? Or for for future elections?
Yeah, I mean, our poll workers are elections heroes, and they're paid. You know, every county needs them. They're bipartisan, so you know, please, if you want to be a poll worker, we have a huge election cycle coming up next year. We're going to need 2,000 of them here in Denver County. So go online, denvervotes.org, get your information on where to vote and also how to be a poll worker.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you so much.
All right, awesome. You heard him there. So you guys need to get your ballots in by 7 p.m. today. Do not put them in the mailbox if you haven't yet. Postmarks do not count, or you can vote in person as well by 7 p.m. Get in line by 7 p.m. Corey, Jordan, back to you.
A lot of people heeding your advice, even in our own newsroom, Courtney, trying to grab their ballot really quickly and head out the door. All right, thank you very much.
6:04 right now. For the second time, a jury has found an officer not guilty in the death of Elijah McClain. A jury found suspended Aurora police officer Nathan Woodyard not guilty of reckless manslaughter and a lesser charge of criminally negligent homicide. Nathan Woodyard stopped McClain that night in 2019 because of a 911 call about someone looking sketchy. McClain wasn't doing anything wrong. Woodyard put him in a neck hold that cut off oxygen to his brain and helped other officers restrain McClain. Elijah McClain's mother was in the courtroom when the verdict was handed down.
She tells us that the decision is not justice. She says it's delusional.
I wanted to hit somebody. I wanted to kick something. I wanted to take out my vengeance on the ones that murdered my son because there is no accountability within the justice system, and today proves it once again.
Janine says that she plans to be in court for the next trial as well, but doesn't expect the results to be any different.
So far, only one officer has been convicted in McClain's death, Randy Rodema. Last month, he was found guilty of criminally negligent homicide and assault. The same jury acquitted Jason Rosenblatt on those charges. Right now, it is not clear if Woodyard will get his job back at the Aurora Police Department. APD suspended him after McClain's death. A spokesperson says they aren't sure about the next steps. The last two people charged, the paramedics, are scheduled to go to trial on November 27th. Jeremy Cooper and Peter Chakuniak gave ketamine to McClain. The defense for the officers repeatedly pointed the finger at the paramedics, blaming them and the ketamine for McClain's death. We'll be sure to keep you updated on everything that happens in the next trial as soon as it begins, and you can find even more coverage of this case on our 9 News website, app, and 9 News Plus.
It is now 6:06 on your Tuesday morning, and a Loveland police officer is accused of sexually assaulting a teenage girl on the job. Investigators in Lamar County are worried that he may have done this to others. Dylan Miller was arrested yesterday morning. Then Loveland police fired him. A 15-year-old girl told investigators that Miller stopped her and another person in North Lake Park after hours. She told deputies that Miller told the other person to leave, then took her to a secluded area and sexually assaulted her.
The respect I have at this moment for this young woman and her family to come forward and make this known to us is beyond measure.
Miller worked for Loveland for a little more than a year. Before that, he was a Durango police officer. Both departments say they had no complaints about him prior to this. Investigators are encouraging anyone else who may have been assaulted by Miller to come forward.
A new report shows 16% increase in anonymous student reports through Safe to Tell. That's the program that allows Colorado students a space to report health and safety risks. First launched in 2004, designed to give students a way to anonymously and safely report their concerns. Safe to Tell received more than 22,000 reports in the 2022-23 school year, the highest ever report volume. Attorney General Phil Weiser says the increase in reports is a double-edged sword.
On the positive side, more people know about this platform. More people are using Safe to Tell to share threats to students. On the negative side, there are more threats to students out there. We know this from many sources, and the number one threat that we hear about is suicide.
Suicide threats accounted for 13% of all reports last year. Weiser says that students trust this program because they can remain anonymous and they know that these reports lead to action.
Today marks 1 month since Hamas attacked Israel, leading to a full-out war. Since then, more than 1,400 people have been killed in Israel. In Gaza, more than 10,000 have been killed and 1.5 million displaced. Right now, leaders around the world are calling for a ceasefire so more humanitarian aid can be sent into Gaza. Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu has repeatedly said he will not agree to a ceasefire, but new overnight, Netanyahu says he might be open to, quote, little pauses in fighting. Today, the human rights chief for the United Nations is starting a 5-day visit to the Middle East. He plans to visit the Rafah crossing in Egypt tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, 5 Republican candidates for president will take the debate stage in Miami. Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Tim Scott all qualified for the third debate. There are a few requirements they had to meet, including getting 70,000 unique donors and hitting a certain level in polls. They also had to sign a pledge to support the Republican Party's nominee. The party's frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, has refused to sign those pledges, so he did not qualify. He's planning a rally in Florida tomorrow night instead. You can watch the debate at 6 right here on 9 News.
And one thing you want to know about the weather today, going to be nice and mild. Look at these temperatures in the 60s to the mid 70s. Lots of sunshine to go around. Big change tomorrow. Front goes by, system moves in, rain and snow showers, and much colder temperatures.